What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do, stay in amazing shape whilst living a very decent, busy, fun, vibrant social life, okay? Now, this is exactly what I do, okay? I believe I've got a great social life. Currently, I live in Thailand. I've lived in Dubai previously. I'm going to Bali in a couple of months. And I go out, I enjoy myself. I drink alcohol, I eat out very regularly, 2 to 3 days per week at least, sometimes more. And I still manage to stay in shape all this time, okay? Stay lean, keep the six pack while still enjoying my social life. And this is exactly the strategies that I teach to our clients as well. And especially those ones that, again, do live a very vibrant social life and want to really enjoy themselves and just live a good life. Like, my philosophy is like, what's the point in being in shape and looking good and looking after your body if you can't enjoy a social life at the same time? There's just no point. It's like, that's why I don't believe in this whole like restrictive bodybuilder realm where they just whatever, right? Don't necessarily have a social life. Each to their own. I believe that you should look good, feel fucking amazing, be able to really enjoy yourself at the same time, have tons of confidence so that you can just live an amazing life. Now, this is exactly what you need to do if you are in that position right now. I'm going to break down the exact strategy that I use. Number one is busy social life. What you need to do is control what you do most of the time, okay? You are not socializing probably more than 10% of your entire week. And even that's quite a lot, right? It's a few hours. So control what you do for the most part of the week. Even if you are going out quite regularly, there are still tons of hours in the day where you can be eating good quality food, moving your body, exercising regularly, training hard, sleeping well, right? Doing all the basics really well. So you need to make sure that you control and do this for most parts of the day, okay? You don't need to be off plan all the time. Biggest issue people run into is they have a night out and then for 2 days afterwards they're bedbound and they don't do anything. This is, again, it's a complete mistake that people make, okay? You are in control of what you do for the most of the time. You're in control of what you do all the time, okay? But when it really comes to making sure that you stay on track, you need to make sure you control those moments where you're not doing anything. I just don't believe that, you should just be sat there drinking by yourself in front of the TV. Like, what fun is that? Like, you need to pick your battles. If you want to have a drink, that's fine, but enjoy it. Go out and enjoy it. Be around people, okay? Like, if you're gonna do something like that, do make the most of it. That's my situation. That's my position on that. You'll never catch me sat here on my own drinking a can of beer. Like, it's just not the life that I want to live. I want to have a bottle of beer, can of beer. I'll go out with my friends or whatever, and I will enjoy myself, okay? I have a cocktail, whatever it is. I won't just be sat at home not doing anything. Control what you do for most of the time. And most of the time, you're eating well, you're training hard, you're getting your steps in, you're recovering, you're sleeping. You're not gonna need to worry about having a few social occasions that come up. Okay, that is the first one, probably the most important one. Number two is you need to own the day so that you earn the night, okay? I love this saying. Most of your socializing is gonna be done in the evening. Let's be realistic for most people. You might have the odd lunch meal or whatever, or work lunch, but is work lunch really a social event? No, okay? Don't cross over your social life with your work life. Again, big mistake. You eat out a lot of the time with your work. That is work. So you eat clean, good food. You don't drink alcohol unless you really have to, okay? You don't let those two things mix. That is a very, like, bad road that you do not want to go down, right? So anyway, own the night and the day. What do I mean by that, okay? Own the day, own the night. What that means is that we need to be making sure that we are on top of everything in the daytime and we are strategically planning for that night out. You know that you've got a big social event coming up, barbecue, a wedding, whatever it is, it's coming up at the weekend. Make sure that you plan for that. What can we do in the daytime to try and improve on that? Be active, move around, go to the gym, fast. Fasting is an amazing tool that you can use when you've got a busy social life. Fast throughout the entire day. Maybe keep protein a little bit higher if it's in the evening. You can have the odd protein meal. Save a ton of calories for the evening. It's just logical, right? Save the calories. You've owned the day. You've done exactly what you needed to do, and you can enjoy the night. Still don't take the piss, but you can enjoy the night because you've really put the work in the day. You've trained, you've got your steps in, you've eaten well, you've stayed hydrated, and now you can go in it. If you don't earn the night and you just don't do anything in the day, again, this is why you're gonna have problems, okay? I am super consistent with my training, okay? I'm super consistent with my nutrition. If I'm gonna go out and socialize, again, which I do, I have eaten incredibly clean throughout the day. I have most likely trained, if it's on a Saturday, I've been for a 10K run. I've recovered, I have slept well, I can go and I can enjoy that night out, okay? So you put the work in the day, throughout the rest of the week, so that you can go and enjoy that social occasion. And guess what? You enjoy it so much more when you know that you've been putting the work in. Okay, that's just how we work. It's that fulfillment factor, right? We've earned it, we go out, we enjoy it. Number 3 is you need to master the social settings. What do I mean by that? You need to start to understand, what kind of foods you probably should be consuming less of, what kind of foods you should probably be consuming more of, what drinks you should probably try and avoid. You need to know your limits, okay? You need to be looking at the menus a little bit before, and all this stuff is really important. It's more important when you're in a calorie deficit, when you're in a fat loss phase, because the planning is just a lot more necessary. When you get to the point where you're just like maintaining, which is where I am, there's maybe like less of this mastering that you need to do. And also because you actually have already mastered it, you understand this so much better. But what you need to start doing more of when you are potentially in that initial few months of trying to get an amazing shape is you just need to start understanding, right, what do I really need to have when I go out? What can I have that I'm still gonna really enjoy that maybe isn't gonna push things too much, okay? Can I just have a steak and chips and maybe a starter instead of having a burger and a dessert and a starter and a drink on top? You're gonna rack the calories right up. I always say to clients the rule of 2. Okay, you choose 2 out of the 4 things you've got available. The 4 things would be a starter, a main course, a dessert, and alcohol. What are the 2 most important things to you on those? For me, it's typically going to be a starter and a main. I do like a dessert, but I'd probably happily just have my yogurt bowl when I get back from a night out. Happy to do that. I don't really drink alcohol, to be honest. Not sometimes, but not a lot. As I say, sometimes I do, so I will have it every now and then, but not a lot. I'd more so drink alcohol if I'm kind of going out to drink. I wouldn't really drink alcohol as much in a restaurant. I just find that I don't really like drinking alcohol with food. I'm also will just have a cocktail in the sun, maybe, if that's what I want to do, or a beer or something like that. So anyway, the rule of 2 works really well. And typically you just want to try and choose well off the menu, as I say. Still try and stick to pretty much whole foods. Just see food as something that you need to just start treating your body with more respect. Anytime you make a decision about food, you should be thinking like, how does that food make me feel? How's that food going to digest? Is that food going to give me stomach issues? That's just how you should think. I don't really eat Domino's pizza or McDonald's or any of that bullshit. I could get away with it and still look just the same, but it just doesn't make me feel good. My energy sucks. Get a crap night's sleep. I feel bloated, okay? Like I don't eat that type of food. That's a decision I just don't really want to make. Every now and then, possibly. Maybe, right? It's okay to do every now and then. But you just start understanding socially, like really what it is that you want to consume. You still enjoy the moment, but you just don't take the piss, essentially. So mastering that social setting is super important, especially with things like alcohol. Stick to spirits, okay? Stick to diet mixes if you really want to, firstly, like not over-consume on unnecessary calories. And secondly, just cleaner spirits, cleaner alcohol in your diet is just going to make you feel much better. Beer is what leads to you getting bloated, estrogen, lowest testosterone, you get the man boobs. You don't want to be drinking loads of beer every single week. You need to avoid that shit. Get it out, okay? Replace beer with spirits or even wine is better, okay? That's how we master social setting. Number 4 is bounce back fast, okay? Super important. If you do go on a bit of a bender, if you go on a night out, if you just, have a weekend away, if you go on holiday, it is about how quickly can I get myself back on track without procrastinating, without feeling sorry for myself, and without doing fuck all, okay? We need to make sure that right away we get straight back into routine again. If I go on a night out, I go out on a bender every now and then. If I go and travel somewhere and maybe I've been quite regular with eating that a little bit more often, I make sure as soon as I'm back in my routine again, I'm training hard, I'm eating well, and I'm straight back to it. I see so many issues sometimes with people that go on holiday and they come back and they just can't get back to what they were doing before. They lose that momentum and they fall off track. It's so important. If you have a bad day, you just get going again. And that is what leads to being consistent and staying in shape all year round. I absolutely swear by it. You can have a bad day, you can have a bad week every now and then. But as long as you make sure you get back to your normal routine without any restrictiveness, you're gonna get back to where you were previously. So having the ability to bounce back after a social event, not lying in bed, feeling hungover and ordering a Domino's is so important. I've been on a night out, the next day I'm up, maybe not the crack of dawn, but when I'm up, I do some sort of exercise, even just go for a walk, I get good food back in my body again, and I just get straight back to it. And that's one of the most important traits that you can have if you want to stay in amazing shape whilst enjoying a social life at the same time. So do these 4 things, control what you do most of the time, make sure you own the day so you can really earn the night, master your social settings depending on where you're going, and make sure you bounce back fast after every social event you've had. And you will be able to live an incredibly fun social life without any restrictiveness, but you'll still be able to look amazing and stay in shape all year round. As always, guys, I hope you found this video useful. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.